to Arlette Saenz now, who is in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware, with the U.S. perspective on this. And Arlette, what are you hearing from the White House this morning about this canceled meeting?
Well, Rahel, there is a growing sense of frustration among U.S. officials towards Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu after those comments yesterday where he claimed the U.S. was withholding military aid for Israel. Yesterday, the White House pushed back on that, saying they have no idea what Netanyahu was talking about. And we're learning that that message has also been communicated privately to the Israeli Prime Minister. CNN spoke with a senior administration official who said Amos Hochstein, who has been traveling in the region, met with Netanyahu yesterday. And in his conversation, he told Netanyahu that those comments were unproductive and, more importantly, completely untrue. The U.S. ambassador to Israel, Jack Lew, also was in that meeting, reiterated the same sentiments, and tried to walk Netanyahu through each of the types of munitions that have been sent over to Israel in recent months. Now, it's unclear what exactly Netanyahu was talking about. We do know that in early May, the U.S. paused a shipment of heavy bombs to Israel out of concern about the way it could be used in densely populated population areas in Rafah. Now, yesterday, both the Secretary of State and the White House said that that is the only pause that's occurred, that pause is still under review. And take a listen to what both the Secretary of State and the White House had to say just yesterday to reporters.
We, as you know, are continuing to review one shipment that President Biden has talked about with regard to 2,000-pound bombs because of our concerns about their use in a densely populated area. Like Rafah, that remains under review, but everything else is moving as it normally would move.
We generally do not know what he's talking about. We just don't.
Now, as for that canceled or postponed meeting, the U.S. was supposed to have a high-level meeting with Israel in Washington, D.C. to discuss Iran. One senior administration official told us that they postponed that meeting in direct response to Netanyahu's comments. So we've also heard from other White House officials and senior administration officials who have said that it was simply a scheduling issue. But it is clear that this is just another tension point in the relationship with the two men, and we'll see what other further fallout there could be from these comments.
Yeah, I mean, to that point, Arlette, is it clear what happens next between these two leaders with tensions growing more public and on the rise?
It really isn't right at this moment. We have seen these moments of tension where both Biden and Netanyahu have publicly aired out some of their concerns with each other, but it does come at a very tense moment as the U.S. has been pushing not just Hamas, but also Israel to find a way to end this conflict in Gaza. And then there are the concerns about this conflict potentially widening out even further, as you heard Paula talking about there, about concerns about the Israelis and Hezbollah as well. So I think that we will have to see, what plays out as a result of this disagreement over the types of aid that are being provided. But it also comes as Netanyahu and Biden are both facing enormous political pressure back home as it pertains to this conflict.
Yeah. Arlette Saenz, live for us there in Delaware. Arlette, thank you.